Yo guys, welcome to the last lap. Don't forget to drop a lovely, juicy 5-star rating if you're watching on Apple Podcasts or Spotify. Hope you enjoy, and let's get into it. So, Equal Machinery is the segment at the end of the pod where we are allocated 3 random drivers either this season or during the space of Formula One time.
Yeah.
And we have to argue that in the exact same machinery, in equal cars, that our driver would win, whether we believe it or not. And at the end,
their prime.
In their prime.
Yeah,
we're doing it in their prime now.
In their prime. So we can pick anyone. It could be Senna, Hamilton.
Okay. Yeah, exactly.
Schumacher, for example.
Yeah, we've been allocated. Do you know who we've been allocated?
I'm awaiting producer Lewis to. I was on the notes. Oh, it wasn't on the notes. It is on the notes now.
Oh, yeah, he's got it.
I didn't check the notes properly. Oh, okay. Oh. Ooh. Okay. So, Niran, you've got Felipe Massa.
All right, Felipe, baby.
That's a good one.
I have Martin Brundle.
Back in the day.
You've got Daniel Ricciardo.
Peak Daniel Ricciardo, I hope, yeah.
Yeah. So this is prime of all.
Let me know. Actually, also, I don't want to anger the Ricciardo fans again, so I'm going to be respectful.
Not again. We can't.
Not again. Although, let me just say that, there was a lot of, I guess, when I watched it back, I was like looking at what I said and I was like, what I said kind of came out in a certain way. And, I know a lot of people have said about that. And I guess I just want to take this opportunity to apologise to absolutely no one.
I knew that was coming.
Out! He's gone. I called it in Belgium. He was gone 2 races later. I don't know what you want me to say. I'm not the bad guy, okay? I'm not the bad guy. I'm sorry.
Oh, dear.
I am sorry. Right. Daniel Ricciardo is a great driver.
We're here for the sport. We're here for the sport. You're about to say why Daniel Ricciardo is clear of Brundle and Massa.
What I'm trying to say, right?
It's all in good faith.
It's all in good faith.
At the end of the day,
it was a joke.
Exactly.
And he is fine. He is doing okay. Daniel Ricciardo. The reason why I was getting at Daniel Ricciardo was what we had seen from Ricciardo versus what we were getting was such a disparity.
Yeah.
We're talking about last of the late breakers, Dan Deere on the brakes, making moves that you imagine like China 2017, Hungary, is it 2017? Hungary, that victory. In fact, every Ricciardo victory is a banger. There's not one Ricciardo victory where he just kind of Monza was probably his dullest race win because he was pretty much in front for all the race. Every other race was a race where he had to make mad moves to come through. Obviously, there was a madness in front of him. And normally in the car, that was not the fastest car. Monaco 2018, for example, whenever he won Monaco. So for me, you're looking at a driver that extracted the most out of his car in the whole time he was at Red Bull. That was a multiple race winner. If I look at Felipe, do I think he maximized the most out of his Ferrari at his peak? I don't think so. Otherwise, he would have won in 2008. And
this is working perfectly.
This is his answer. This is his answer, by the way.
We usually put a timer on.
Oh, shit!
No, you know what?
That was about a minute as well. That was about a minute.
I was really enjoying it. I was just captivated.
Yeah, you got anything else?
No, that's all.
It's
better.
Alright, okay, calm. Right, cool. That was his answer then. That's sorted, mate.
That was my answer. Done. Yeah.
Say less. All right. Cool.
Well, Felipe Massa.
I've not even been thinking about Felipe at all.
That's what I mean. He's played us here.
Yeah. Because my mind's now blank.
Well, I'm starting your timer now.
All right, fair enough.
So good luck.
Well, Felipe, baby, what a man, what a hero. Should have won 2008 championship if we're being totally sorry about that because I know
rigged the room.
My driver won it. Apologise to me.
If it wasn't for that, what's it called? The fuel lead, you get me, the little cable, fuel pump. Probably wouldn't win the championship realistically. That was completely out of his control. Yeah. Obviously, I think a lot of his time at Ferrari will be looked at via the after 2009 phase, but he had like a crazy injury. Before that, he was really extracting the most out of the car, was taking it to Kimi, was taking it to a more experienced teammate even in Michael Schumacher. Again, probably should have won that 2008 championship at home, put in an unbelievable performance, even did pretty much all he could do in that final race of the season under immense pressure in Brazil, in his home country. And just generally had a really sick career, longevity and that as well at the end.
Longevity.
Yeah.
Well, you can't talk of longevity and not talk of Martin Brundle, because not only did he do it on track, but he does it on
screen.
the grid walks as well. Martin Brundle's grid walks are a sight to behold. He's certainly pushed the envelope when it comes to broadcasting and given and sometimes he gets fed down a rabbit hole by his
Felipe
producers.
and Daniel Ricciardo haven't done that, to be fair.
They haven't done that. And
I would like to see a Daniel Ricciardo grid walk.
That would be phenomenal.
Write that down.
We'd all sign up for that. I've still got 30 seconds left. I've run out of time last time. So, but Brundle did race alongside Ayrton Senna back in the day. He was able to take machinery, and he actually, him and Ayrton came up through a similar kind of system through the karts and all that. And it did bits, And Ayrton's considered by many to be the greatest of all time. And the fact that Martin, could outperform Senna on
his day,
on a really good day. That's as much as you're getting from me, I'm afraid. On that,
it was when he was he raced against Ayrton Senna. He was there. He was there.
There's a documentary about them in F2, F3 or something.
I think I remember seeing a clip.
I think Martin Brundle has a really good junior career.
Yeah,
he did. Yeah,
I think they were actually they ran each other quite close. In that,
did as well.
So I keep meaning to I saw a clip of it. I was like, I need to watch that, but I couldn't find it anywhere. But
he did well.
Yeah, he did well. You did well considering the source material.
The source material.
But I think we like to go with guessing who you actually think
was the best
prime of the three.
Yeah, if I'm going to be honest, I felt passion during.
I love Daniel Ricciardo.
Those words were real.
Yeah.
I until the McLaren move, he was definitely my second favorite driver.
Yeah.
Then I dumped him. But
Glory hunter.
No, but you know what? No, you know what?
Glory hunter.
You know what? Again, it felt. You know what? It's sad to see the decline of any sportsman, and I'm sure there's people watching this you're watching Hamilton's decline now, and maybe so, but it's to see such a fall off from two solid and very good seasons at Renault, extracting the most
Absolutely.
out of that.
Yeah,
definitely.
Seasons, yeah.
And to see it literally go off a cliff. Drivers don't go slow overnight. So I do hope that he can come back to the sport in a car and environment which suits his driving. And I still think he's got a couple of years left in him. If Hulkenberg can come back to F1, then Daniel Ricciardo.
And the marketability of Daniel Ricciardo as well, man. We'll see him back.
If he wants back in, I think he'll get his way back in.
I think he will. I think even just from a marketing point of view, to have him in your car, but his salary, big salary to take a chance on. I think that's the thing. 20 mil a year at McLaren. If you're a team lower down, do you take a risk on that? What if the car doesn't work for him as well? Yeah. So, let's see. But I hope he does come back, because we're going to see this year the sport is going to be a slightly duller place without him.
And definitely comparing primes of those three. I'm all in on Ricciardo for sure.
I am also all in on Daniel Ricciardo. I think that is a little bit unfair. It's kind of on Felipe as well.
I was going to say, on Felipe.
Felipe is.
Well, we put Felipe,
I was about to say
most underrated.
In our top 5 most underrated drivers, both of us. And we are backing that up by not choosing him.
Yeah.
But
Ricciardo, when he was, especially, he was the only guy who's been able to go toe to toe with Max in equal machinery in that Red Bull and outperform him.
Yeah, and I would say Felipe didn't really. There's not as many instances for me where Felipe Massa was winning races in a car that shouldn't have been winning races on paper.
Very good,
of
very
capable.
capable.
Wins have come in.
His peaks
cars.
were higher.
Yeah,
I think for sure.
Who?
Ricciardo,
for sure. But then I guess someone would argue. Look, Felipe Massa came within 10 seconds of winning the FIA.
Yeah,
He did win a
World
champion. He did win it.
Yeah,
for half a minute,
At that point where he crossed the line,
Yeah.
he had won it, and then it kind of changed. So you could argue, look, Ricardo's never been in a title fight, and Ricardo, Ricardo's never won his home race.
Oh, he's had some
or even come
shocking,
close to it.
appalling luck
So
in Australia.
it's not as. Maybe it's recency bias, and maybe it's but
You're right. It's not as clear cut.
it's not as clear cut as
No.
we've made it, and probably the longevity of Felipe Massa's career has probably helped Ricardo in that sense because with Felipe, I guess after 2009. What we saw from him obviously wasn't the same as what we saw before that. So Felipe has, people would cut their right arm off to have the career Felipe Massa in Formula One. And, it's not a disrespect, but I think the nature of Ricardo's wins kind of take him.
And the way Ricardo came in and just, outperformed Vettel in his first season.
Sebastian Vettel is wild.
That's the kind of stuff that you don't see very often. Special driver. Hopefully he'll come back. But
well, there you
let's
go.
wrap it.
Daniel
It's done.
Ricciardo in Equal Machinery. Congratulations, my friend.